have been conversations around Tinubu visiting Anambra State. People keep wondering if it worth it. Because Soludo lost out in the opportunity to have, discuss the challenges of Anambra and also the Southeast with Tinubu. If not any other thing, telling Tinubu to release Nnamdi Kanu would be very big credit to him by the Igbos. But he lost out in that, and Nigerians have been reacting, saying what a golden opportunity to have tell Tinubu. Even before he was given the chieftaincy title, those chiefs that were there, they would have said, please, we know it is not mandatory, but at least before giving you this title, do us this favor, release Nnamdi Kanu. Tinubu will say, okay, I will look into it. I promise you guys. He cannot boldly say, he cannot say it there, yes, I'm going to do it. But at least he will give them hope, which they can follow up later. But guess what? Soludo didn't do that. And also didn't present the challenges of Ndibo, the marginalization that has led to this agitation. None of those was brought to the table. Rather, he was telling Tinubu that the last time a president visited Anambra State was to commission a brewery. He was directly and indirectly mocking Peter Obi. And a guy took his time to make a video listing out all the things President Jonathan came to Anambra to commission. I don't know if you watched that video. If you haven't watched it, I'll add it there before the actual video that I want you guys to watch will play. You are going to be seeing the two clips. But honestly, Soludo lost out in the opportunity he had, to have presented challenges of Ndibo to Tinubu. And Tinubu himself too lost out to have won the Ndibo. At least he got almost no votes in the Southeast. Let's just put it like that, because we know Peter Obi won. Is it 99%? I don't know. But it was an opportunity for him to say, okay, Ndibo, I'm going to release Nnamdi Kanu for you people. Vote for me. At least it's going to be a win-win. But Tinubu lost out to convince people that he is interested in the progress of Ndibo. And people have been saying Soludo lost out, Tinubu lost out, and all that. Anyway, I'm going to allow you to take a look at this video. But before then, I also want you to watch this video where this guy has reeled out the success or some of the things that Peter Obi did differently, which Nigerians have been waiting for Professor Soludo to even do more than that, and still Professor Soludo keep failing in the Anambra, a professor for that matter. Anyway, let me allow you to take a look at this video and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Now take a look.
And he'll be going to Abia, and because Dr. Alex Oti has hinted that it's to celebrate 2 years of his tenure, so I guess it is also in May that President Tinubu would be in Abia for the Misialangwa Airport project. So now my first question is this. Why is President Tinubu suddenly very interested in the Southeast? Is there any economic reason, or do you, like most of the skeptics, think it's just a political move?
Well, he will be in the best position to say exactly what it is, but from everything available to us, it looks like a political move, because 2027 is around the corner, and the narrative is everywhere. He's seen where the challenges he's having in the north. So they're looking for new areas to...
New allies.
Yeah, new allies. You can see what happened in Delta State. People are moving parties. I'm sure all those things are strategies. They all plan where they think they're sure of, where, and all that. So he's trying to increase his strongholds. Maybe he's trying to make strides in this direction. There are also a lot of discussions within the Southeast that some of our governors are getting ready to move. So we assume these things are all aligned to that direction, So I hope it's not true, because a one-party system is the worst thing that will happen in this our situation. We're already in a bad situation. So if we give APC all the powers to do what they like, that will be the end of the country, as it may be. So let's watch and see as the drama plays out.
Because, I mean, the skepticism comes from the fact that Professor Chukwuma Soludo, Barrister Peter Amba, and Dr. Alex Oti are all not in the APC.
Yes.
And those are the very 3 states he has gone to and will be going to this year. But let's look at the economic reasons. Now, when he was here in Enugu, he looked at the ICC, he looked at the Command and Control Center, he looked at the Smart School projects. Then we saw the Minister for Solid Minerals, Dele Alake, come before that, and now we have seen Enugu introducing new mining laws to protect host communities. Are we going to see the case of just like the Minister for Solid Minerals came and now we have this law? Is there something the President's visit might be a precursor for? Because when we saw the Minister of Power, then we saw the Enugu Regulatory Commission. So it almost seems as if after every Abuja visit,
there's something
there's
positive
something
that comes
local
afterwards,
domicile. Yeah. So what could the president visit now? What could it be? That's what we've not. What do you think Enugu will domicile after President Tinubu's visit?
Enugu or Anambra?
No, I'm saying with Enugu first because we've seen his visit already.
Yes.
What do you think we domiciled after that? Was there anything you saw that after President's visit, it seemed as if we were more aligned with the center?
He said something about the laws, mining laws.
Yes, that was Dele Alake, the
Visit, yes.
Visit. But I mean the president himself now.
Well, I can't pin anything in particular, but he gave a lot of credit to the governor, which I think was something positive, even though from different parties. I mean, anybody who doesn't see Governor Bashir will be seen as blind anyway. So I don't know what it is I can pick from his visit to Enugu, but we're hoping. You know, if he's political, his moves are political, so he's going to leave some footprint that people will look at and say, yeah. You know, it's quite a shame that a president who's visited over 20 countries since he came into power, and he hasn't seen all the states in his country. I don't know how these people expect to govern effectively. You know, you see, you know, if you look at the past leaders, you see that their lack of first-hand information about what the situation is has caused their failure. And you come in and you see, you know, if I were a president, I mean, that would be my first trip. My first job would be to go around. I expect you saw them during campaign, and you expected to have done some background, you know, research on every state before you. But as a president, you go and hear firsthand from the people what's going on, what they want. The Southeast has been challenged with insecurity and other things, and a lot of agitation. The people are not happy. It's a place to focus. I mean, there's a level of impact he would have made here. By now, he would have been sure of getting the 5 eastern states. Because the Easterners are capitalists. They're about results. They're not sentimental people. So if he came here and gave the kind of impact that was expected from a new government, by now he wouldn't be jumping up and down like they are doing right now. So let's hope there's something positive that's going to come from Abia's visit and Anambra's visit. I doubt what it is. You know, when I heard about the visit, the first thing I went to check is, what is he commissioning in Anambra State? Because I don't see any iconic project that should be commissioned. You know?
Well, I mean, we had the government house and the Ekolobia flyover.
Oh, so what's the people's benefit from government house? You're building a house for the governor? Is that what we should be celebrating at this time? I mean, we're looking for how to reduce cost of governance, and we're building new government house. When the people in Anambra are struggling with security, that should be the priority. I mean, we should be celebrating security in Anambra State. That's the first thing that should happen in Anambra. But what unfortunate and fortunate as well, because unfortunate that they've not achieved much, fortunate that the president is coming. I hope, because I know the president to be blunt, I hope he will look at Governor Soludo and say some things to him that might change his direction of actions, because I was one of the people who expected so much from Anambra State. Unfortunately, it's not happening. Maybe he's working on things we cannot see, because like in football, the people who play the number 4 position, they always not see it. Until you remove them, they realize they're doing something. So let's hope there's something they're doing on the background, but I think they should communicate more to the people. Chasing native doctors around is not a problem.
I mean, we saw some things start in Anambra, and they have not yet finished. You know, you talked of things not seen, and sometimes I like to try and piece things together. We've seen recently the Ocha Brigade sealing up and closing factories, working with Nnamdi on people that are making fake disinfectants, fake soap, contaminated chemicals. At the same time, we know that a while ago, Governor Soludo inaugurated a pharmaceutical park. Nothing has moved there. So sometimes I like to think maybe it's two sides of the same project. Kill the fakes and, you know, bring the real. I'm just guessing. But if you were Governor Soludo, what would you request from President Tinubu?
I think Anambra people are predominantly manufacturers and traders. You know, the direction of power, there's gas in the state. I think they should look for a way to bring in a lot of power in Anambra State. I mean, make it available to the people. Let they have, you know, Nnewi is a misery when it comes to power. And this is one of the greatest hubs for manufacturing in the country. So these are the kind of things you should be looking at. You know, things that will engender other aspects of the economy to the whole ecosystem will grow. So it's not about, it's okay to stop fake products, you know. But like I said before, maybe there's something he's doing that we can see. I remember the narrative that came from Lagos State when they were, you know, showing the schools and the boats that Governor Sanwo-Olu, what he has done in Lagos State, to compare with P2B. I actually saw a picture where P2B was in a canoe and Sanwo-Olu was in a boat, you know. And P2B asked one question. He said, the output, it's not about the input, it's about the result. So he was intentional in getting Anambra State to become #1 in education.
Yes.
All this capital you put in place here, what is the result? So if Governor Soludo is doing something we can't see, let us see result. That's all we want. Like I said, Easterners are capitalists. We don't believe in sentiment. That's why no one person can control the whole East. People go with the result. I'll give you an example with this state, in Enugu State here. A lot of people were against Peter Mba.
Yeah.
He would have probably lost the election if it happened 2 weeks before the time it happened. But fortunately, Enugu State was redeemed, and it didn't happen. Today, the narrative is different. Yeah. Someone was telling me yesterday, said, this party is waxing strong to take out Peter Mba. I said, nobody can take out Peter Mba in Enugu State. It will be an earthquake. I don't know how the person wants to do it, but it has to be the peak of corruption to be able to achieve that. There's no way anybody can win Peter Mba today in Enugu State. So Governor Soludo is a very educated man. I believe he's very knowledgeable. You know, I've had one-on-one with him, once, in aircraft. I don't know if you remember that, but and he said very, very smart things to me. Things I never opened my eyes to business. But it's quite unfortunate we're not seeing a lot of results. Whether it's the opposition working against him, whether it's people he surrounded himself with, I don't know what it is, but whatever he's doing today, we don't have visibility of it. Hopefully someday, the impact, because sometimes when you're building the framework for something to be built, nobody understands, or a foundation. When you're building a foundation for a house, it's under the building. Nobody sees what you're doing until it comes to the surface.
So guys, you have seen it. This is what we are saying, that Soludo would have presented so many things to the Tinubu's government. But he didn't, He didn't because many of them feel threatened should Nnamdi Kanu be released. Many of them fear. Many of them are worried. Why worry? If clear conscience fears no accusation, why worry about Nnamdi Kanu's release when you know that, if you know that you are not against the progress of Igbo? So Nigerians keep saying that, Soludo lost that opportunity. Tinubu himself too lost the opportunity to have more supporters to himself, especially now that some of them defected. It's not a matter of defecting, it's a matter of people. Those that are defecting, they have just one vote. But the majority of the people, see, Nigerians are already warming up that come this election, it's going to be bomber to bomber. There won't be any opportunity for them to re-kick it, Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to others, and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you.